It's my feel-good breakfast show.
A new book called We Are the Champions, The Champion Trees of South Africa, has just been published and is the first of its kind as an extensive and complete collection of full tree photographs from our natural heritage in our country. And with us on the line to chat about the new book and why it's so important that we document and preserve our tree heritage is co-author of the book, Enrico Liebenberg. Thank you very much for taking our call this morning.
Good morning, and thank you for having me on your show.
Fantastic. Now, you travelled nearly 40,000 kilometres visiting some of our country's most remote corners, traversing some of its most intimidating roads to preserve relatively an unknown section of South Africa's natural heritage. So what inspired this journey to start?
Kat, when we learned about the Champion Trees and Champion Tree project in 2012, we very soon discovered that there are extremely few people who are aware of the existence of the Champion Trees and the project in our country. Mm-hmm. That, together with the dwindling of information available on these trees, inspired us to kick off our own project and produce the coffee table book that you have to spread the awareness.
Yeah. And I understand that the book features full-colour photographs and there's text and there's GPS coordinates of all these 75 champion trees and seven nominees. So break it down for us. What is a champion tree and how do you choose a champion tree?
The champion tree can be a single tree or a group of trees that exhibit extraordinary features such as age, unusual age, size, historical or cultural value, or just collectively one could say it has to exhibit a wow factor.
Yeah.
Now, anybody can nominate a champion tree on the prescribed forms from the Department of Forestry, which then serves in front of a review panel, and once they approve it, the tree is nominated and published in the Governing Gazette. Mm-hmm. And thus becomes a champion tree and is protected under the National Forest Act.
Yeah. No, it sounds like an amazing way. Okay, Karen, please. Without
getting into too much detail, viewers can have a look at either the Department of Forestry's website or our website, championtrees.co.za, for much more detail.
Yeah, I think it's a great way of getting our nation involved in the natural heritage and the beauty that we have to share. Now, considering the fact that some of these trees are more than, 1,000 years old, do you find that you've developed a new appreciation for our trees after your journey? And why would you say it's so important for us to know about this, to document this, and also preserve our natural heritage?
We're avid nature lovers like most other South Africans, but yes, indeed, this opened our eyes to the vast collection of beautiful, old and large trees in this country. Yeah. I haven't plucked up the courage yet to climb them like Chris has in the previous insert, but they still impress us. In 2003, the Department of Forestry attempted to intervene when a homeowner or a landowner pruned and subsequently killed an old oak tree in Sophia town that was of cultural value to the community. But it died despite the attempts to intervene. And through this book, we attempt to educate not just our children, but our children's children, as your previous insert said, to not indiscriminately destroy portions or parts of our natural heritage. Yeah. And this book, we hope, also enables all South Africans to educate their future generations to protect our natural heritage and cultural heritage for their children. And I think that you'll agree that without such heritage, our future generations will be so much poorer.
Oh, definitely. We can't deny them the beauty that we've had the privilege of exploring and experiencing throughout our lives. So thank you very much for bringing this to us, Enrico, and good luck. And I hope that the project continues to be a success in the future.
Thank you very much for having me. We really appreciate it, and we look forward to serving South Africa with this book. Goodbye.
Excellent, excellent. Proudly South African indeed. And just like Enrico, I don't know about climbing those trees, but I know they'll be good for my Instagram. And you too can be captivated by the imagery of these sometimes gargantuan and sometimes very unfamiliar sights of these trees, some of which are way beyond a millennium old. Can you imagine what we would look like if we were, 1,000 years old? Let us know your thoughts of what you think on our Facebook page, Expresso Morning Show SABC3. Of course, remembering to use that hashtag Expresso Show.